This is your WCIA 3 forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
It is a nice and quiet night out there, but boy, is it getting cold indeed. Temperatures are falling down into the teens and 20s tonight. We're already at 31 with the north winds starting to diminish a little bit here. As we look across the region, you see the cold air mass in place here, an area of high pressure centered over the Great Lakes, really cooling things off here. 31 in Champaign, 32 in Chicago. Warmer air is off to the west and stays there for a little while longer. Something of interest here, too. You notice some of this light blue? A little bit of lake effect snow showers earlier today in Indiana and points to the east. Nothing for us, no snow in the forecast. As we look ahead, though, we will stay dry and quiet into the weekend with the temperatures warming up. Storms do return to the forecast, though I'll tell you about that as WCIA 3 News at 10 starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
A final farewell as one trooper was laid to rest. How family, friends, and strangers showed their gratitude.
Little late getting your second dose of the vaccine, why health officials say not to worry.
And it's an annual event that had to break tradition last year because of COVID, where fans are thrilled for it to be back.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Here to enjoy ourselves and have a good time.
Of course, we're not entirely back to normal, but fans are excited for a taste of normalcy this weekend. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. Hundreds were in Farmer City today getting ready for racing at the Illini 100. It's the Raceway's first big event since the pandemic started. WCIA 3's Bryce Beament joins us now. Bryce, this is a huge draw for that community.
Oh, definitely. People from all over the country came to watch this race. It's one of the first events to take place as things are beginning to reopen.
We're expecting a good turnout because of everybody's ready to get out. We're outdoors. It's a little chilly today, but it's going to be a nice weekend and ready to get back to somewhat normalcy.
We want to see racing.
Hundreds of fans came from all over the country to watch the Illini 100.
I enjoy it. I'm with good friends. You meet a lot of nice people at these racetracks.
The race has been going on for 13 years, but COVID put a stop to that tradition.
After the race was canceled last year, people tell me they're just excited to be back.
We can't really tell you how happy I am just to be out here and watch this racing.
We're all a bunch of just race fans, and we travel around this area to all the big races.
The races start this weekend, and organizers say they plan to take temperatures at the door. Masks and social distancing are encouraged and mandatory when getting concessions. But they say even with all of that, it's nice to have a sense of normalcy.
This is really the first get out and start of the season.
But for some die-hard racing fans, they're excited to hang out with one another, but also that Illini 100 is back.
It's just good to get out of the house and go somewhere besides sitting in the house, you know, and sitting at home. And get out here and, like I said, this is what we love, camping and racing and just enjoying.
The group of men I spoke to say they have not missed an Illini 100 race. Back to you.
All right, Bryce, thank you. Today was just practice for drivers, but tomorrow the front gate opens at 1 for the race. Saturday, the front gate opens at 12:30. We'll have a link on our website with ticket prices and more information about this weekend.
State Trooper Todd Hannikin was laid to rest today in Mount Zion. He died in a one-car crash in Bonneville last week. First responders did a special walkthrough to pay their respects. A procession, including hundreds of cars, went through town to the cemetery. There were troopers from across the state and beyond, including Missouri, along with police from as far as Chicago Heights. People in town lined the sidewalks to show their support.
It's important for them to know the honor and respect that needs to be shown to our troopers and policemen because of what they do. These kids sleep safe at night in their beds because of what these men and women do.
Hannikin leaves behind his wife, 2 sons, and many loved ones from his big family.
A woman is searching for the person who helped her mom after a car crash. This happened last night near North Neal and Town Center Boulevard in Champaign by Marketplace Mall. Take a look at that video. 3 cars crashed. One of them ended upside down. The driver of that vehicle was taken to the hospital. Now her daughter wants to thank the person who stopped and helped before first responders arrived. Another car crash put a teenager in the hospital. 17-year-old Xander Mitchell was on his way to soccer practice on Tuesday when it happened. He had to be airlifted to a Springfield hospital. The Macon County Sheriff's Office says he totaled his car after he hit a utility pole around Illinois and Bearsdale Road. Mitchell has broken bones all over his body. He can't even walk right now. Mitchell's aunt says his parents have taken off work to be with their son.
It's important for people to know that everybody's asking what they can do now, but this is going to be a very long road for Xander and his family, so continued support throughout the whole process is appreciated.
People have already started collecting donations for his surgeries. Their goal is to raise $10,000. They have $2,500 so far.
A man in Rochester is dead after being stabbed. Happened early this morning. Deputies were called to a home on White Deer Trail near Johnson Road. They found 38-year-old Joshua Filer in a driveway. He died at the hospital. A man from Chicago is in custody after Charleston police say they found a gun and drugs during a traffic stop. That 35-year-old man on your screen is facing several charges. Police pulled him over after several traffic violations and discovered his license was revoked. He gave police permission to search his car. They found a gun. He ran. Police chased him and saw him place his hand down a sewer or storm drain. He was tased after he refused to remove his hand. Police found a clear plastic bag filled with what they believe to be cocaine.
The debate over more gun control measures continues in both Washington and Springfield. Illinois lawmakers are considering adding more background checks to the FOID card process, and President Biden called for a ban on assault rifles. But Congressman Rodney Davis says there are already more than enough hurdles put in place.
The proposals that come out of Washington are only going to be followed by law-abiding citizens. Gangbangers and criminals don't care if they check the right box on the FOID card application. They don't really care if they have even applied for a FOID card.
There are proposals in the Illinois Capitol that would require gun owners to give state police their fingerprints in order to register for a FOID card. The congressman is also trying to stop people from being hesitant about getting the COVID vaccine. It's part of a wider effort from some congressional Republicans. Rodney Davis wants the state to prioritize taking the vaccine to rural communities to help encourage people to get their shots. About 3,000 people are getting a shot every day in Sangamon County.
Vaccination numbers continue to be high across the state. 7-day average more than 109,000. Yesterday, more than 116,000 people got the shot. So far, more than 17% of the state is vaccinated. But unfortunately, new cases continue to climb. More than 3,500 were announced today, the highest since February 5th. 25 more people have died. Hospitalizations did decrease by a couple patients, although that number is still more than 1,400. Positivity rate also increased to 4%. The last time it was that high, February 10th. Once you've had the first dose of Moderna or Pfizer, you have a few weeks before you need to get the second. The Champaign-Urbana Public Health District has some advice for people who are struggling to complete both. If travel is keeping you from getting your second dose, you can get it in a different state. Also, if you have an emergency at the last minute, let someone at the clinic or pharmacy know you may be able to reschedule your appointment.
We do know that even one dose of the Pfizer and Moderna gives you 90% protection. And after the second dose, it gets to 94, 95%, which acts more like a booster. So even if you are delayed by a few days or a few weeks, it's going to be okay.
CUPHD says try to get your vaccine on the day or close to when your due date takes place so you don't screw with the schedule.
New at 10, some people in Buckley are without running water, and it'll continue for a few more days. There was a water main break there 2 days ago. The village president says they were able to fix it, but one pipe is causing problems for 4 homes. The people who live there were given hoses for the time being, but those froze. One woman says she went to her family's home in Indiana just so she could shower. The village president says she's been trying to help come up with solutions.
I think that everybody coming together, everybody looking at a problem, coming up with a solution together, brainstorming together, and yet still keeping the humanity of each other alive is really important.
She says she has offered her own home for people to shower, and that pipe should be fixed by Tuesday or Wednesday.
He was a promising member of the Illinois men's basketball team, while he won't be suiting up for the Illini next season.
Plus, fans are happy to be back in the stands as they celebrated opening day at Wrigley.
And Jacob, it's pretty cold out now.
It is cold out there. I don't know if Jessica's warmed up to me even yet from the 9 o'clock show. April Fool's Day has been fun for me.
He's got jokes, this guy.
We've been having a good time. I put a video up on Facebook and Twitter as far as that goes. Here's the other thing, too, the weather. We've talked about the dry weather. Finally, the meteorologist team's humor is drier than what it is out there. The drought monitor came out today with good updates on there. That light yellow area is abnormally dry, a sign that the drought is on the way out. That's good news. It will finally warm up as well after a bitter cold morning with some showers and storms returning to the 7-day forecast. We'll talk about all of that and more coming up after this.